Pokemon is one of my favorite companies, and I've dabbled in making a few new Pokemon designs, with varying success. So I decided to mix some characters from Genshin Impact and make those characters into Pokemon. So let's start with the starter team: Traveler, Amber, Kaeya, and Lisa. Okay, so let's start with the Traveler. I want the Traveler to look sort of lion-like with a hint of dog, and I don't want the Pokemon to be bipedal or look too humanoid. Also, there's going to be a huge gender difference, such as Nidoran or Pyroar. I started out with Aether and gave him his iconic hair and turned it into a mane. I made a general body type of a Wildcat as well as gave it a sword on the end of its tail. Next, I worked on Lumine and did the same thing with the hair. Now, I know lions don't actually have manes for the females, but I thought it fit. I also gave Aether patterns on its body to resemble clothes, as well as gave it patterns on its feet to resemble boots and gloves. I also swapped out Aether's sword for braided hair because I thought it fit better. Next, I finally worked on Lumine's pose, as well as gave it a tail that resembles her skirt. I gave Lumine a nice and sleek color palette to resemble her skirt, and I thought it would look really nice. And that's the Traveler for you guys. Travelion, the normal type Pokemon. Travelion derives from Traveler and Lion. It will have the signature ability Archon's Bless, which allows it to change its type, kind of like the Traveler in the Genshin Impact games. Next, let's start off with Amber. Now, she's going to be obviously very bunny-like, but I'm also going to have her ears look like she's gliding through the air, kind of like Shaman. Wait, are those ears? Whatever. It's also going to have the Infernape treatment, having its head on fire, but also its tail, basically being like a booster for its gliding. I used Lopunny as a base and tried to make the pose as energetic as possible. I shaped the wings to look like it's gliding through the air to reference the fact that Amber is a gliding champion. I also made a little patch on its head to resemble the goggles, as well as patterns on its body to reference the clothes, as well as little spiky things protruding off of her legs to resemble boots. And Bunny, a mix of Amber and Bunny. It's a fire type for obvious reasons, but also flying type due to the fact that Bunny actually uses its ears to fly in the air. It will have either the ability Sniper or Baron Bunny. Now, Baron Bunny is a new ability, so let me explain what it does. When Bunny uses Substitute, it will drop a custom Substitute doll, that when it gets damaged or fades away, it will explode, causing damage to whoever damaged it. Other than that, notable moves would be Substitute, for obvious reasons, Sky Attack to reference her gliding, and Fire Shot, a signature move that rains fiery arrows on the opponent. The move will basically just be Rock Slide, but Fire type. Next up is Kaeya. I meant Kaeya. Anywho, Kaeya's constellation is a peacock, so that's what I'm gonna be designing his Pokemon off of. I modeled the wings off of Articuno, as well as have one of its wings resemble the coat that Kaeya normally wears. I also added little diamonds on its legs to resemble the boots that Kaeya wears, as well as gave it hair. I'm not too keen on the hair, but it is one of his most defining traits, so I left it in. Finally, I based off the tail based on Articuno, as well as gave it an eye patch. Breezer. The name derives from breeze and freezer. It's a flying and ice type, and as well has the ability Snow Cloak and Refrigerate. Notable moves would be Shadow Sneak, Aerial Ace, and Frostbite, its signature move. Now, let me explain what it does. Breezer will summon 3 ice shards that surround it. If Breezer uses Ice Shard again, it'll shoot out its ice shards, dealing 35 points of damage. However, if Breezer doesn't use Frostbite again, instead it will act like a shield. Basically, if it's hit by a physical attack, the physical attack won't do any damage. Instead, it will cause minor damage to the opponent. However, this shield doesn't work with special attacks. Instead, if you use a special attack, the shield will actually break, as well as still cause damage to Breezer. Finally, we have Lisa. Now, I wanted her to be one of the waifu Pokemon, kind of like Gardevoir, Lopunny, etc. I'm also going to make her just a generic mage user. I decided to use Gardevoir as a base, as well as turn the hat into a drooping flower. Next, I made protrusions resembling a dress as well as a robe. I also gave it hair, but I don't know if this makes it look too humanoid or if it works, but I don't know, I'll let you guys decide that. Next, I gave it pink skin as well as simplified the patterns on Lisa's dress. And lastly, I finished it off with her summoning her iconic lightning bolt. Elisard. The name derives from electric, Lisa, and wizard. It's an electric and fairy type, the fairy type showing off her magic, and will have static or electric surge as their ability. Notable moves would be Thunderbolt, Draining Kiss, Dazzling Gleam, as well as Volt Switch. Oh, and I also made it shiny resemble Jean. I just wanted to point that out because I didn't think the reference would be obvious enough. That should be all with the people you start with.
Hey!
Oh yeah, but Paimon. I guess I never drew her. Sorry about that.
That sounded so fake!
Alright, don't worry. I'll just draw you up a Pokemon real quick. I have an idea.
Hey! That's even worse than being a mascot! Paimon's peeved! All he does is think about himself! Paimon wants to give him an ugly nickname.
Alright, geez, no need for an ugly nickname. Alright, I'll just draw you up a Pokemon. I wanted the shape of Paimon to just be a big squishy ball. I gave it her iconic crown, as well as made her cloak into a wing. I experimented with the shape a bit, but ultimately decided that I didn't want to do this, so I made a complete overhaul. I fiddled around with the body shape and finally decided to give her a bit of a snow globe looking design. I fixed up her shape as well as gave her hair that looks like it's floating in space. Now, I was hoping for it to fit right in with the legendaries and other mythicals in the Pokemon universe. Which is why for the color scheme, I took huge inspiration off of Nebby. Or I guess Cosmog is the right word. Now everyone meet Pyglass. The name derives from Paimon and Spyglass. It's a fairy and psychic type, and has the ability Run Away, because she always runs away from battle, seriously, she never helps, and Levitate. Its notable moves would be Teleport and Future Sight. And that's all the characters. Did you enjoy the video? Which design was your favorite? Leave your opinions in the comments below. With that being said, do like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.